If you've been watching this channel, you know that I've been doing some very in-depth testing on the 0% AI over the last year, giving myself all sorts of challenges and handicaps to literally try to lose to them. But they're so insanely bad that I end up winning most of the time. So I've been wondering, and I promise this has nothing to do with the fact that I'm running out of ideas for these challenges, how are the 0% AI on the older games? Now, over the course of its lifespan as a franchise, the F1 games have definitely received mixed reviews from year to year. However, back in the day, Codemasters put out some absolute bangers. So when I thought of an older game, the first one that came to mind was F1 2013. This one is pretty widely considered a great game, so I figured why not hop into a race in Monaco with these incredible sounding V8s and try to beat the easiest AI from a full lap down. Alright, well, here we go. It took a little while to get the wheel settings updated. It's definitely less advanced than the newer games. But we're gonna hop into the Red Bull here. I'm gonna use Sebastian Vettel for this race, one of my favorite drivers ever. Oh man, I forgot they used to do this. I wish they had this in the newer games, like actually sitting down in the car, looking at the screens. It's so cool. It's very immersive. This guy's touching me. Alright, so let's check out the strategy here. We're gonna be on a two-stop, lap 11 and lap 23. Here we are, parked up on the grid. We got Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari on pole position. Our teammate is in 4th place, and we are absolutely dead last. Gonna have to wait a full lap before we can start our race. The 5 red lights are on, and we are not going anywhere. Just gonna sit here for a bit. This is nice. Just hanging out with the fans. Yep. Finally, here they come around the final corner. So we gotta wait for the guy in last place to pass us, and then we'll be officially a lap down. And is that it? Yes, it is. Here we go. Full lap down now. And we're underway. Got a lot of work to do. So obviously in Monaco, it's pretty tricky to overtake and get past cars. So we just need to try to be as efficient as we can up the inside of 2 cars right here. Our first overtake is a double. Talk about efficiency. Oh my god, the V8 sounds so good in the tunnel. Absolutely screaming through here. Gonna make another move around the outside right here into the Nouvelle chicane, ahead before the braking zone. Looking pretty good so far. This is gonna be a fast one up the inside right here, really close to the inside wall. And we make this one stick as well. So what, 5 places on lap 1. We should be a lot better under braking into the chicane. Maldonado going really slowly. What is he doing? Kind of pushing me off. Classic Maldonado moment.
Start digging in your butt, twin.
What?
Gotta get past the GOAT Maldonado here up the inside of the Williams, and we make that one stick as well. So yet another place. So about 7 or 8 overtakes so far, side by side on the main straight with the Toro Rosso. We should get him into turn 1. We're still obviously a lap down, so not really taking places from any of the cars we're overtaking. We can probably get past Bottas before we get to the casino at the top of the hill here. Gonna switch to the inside and flying past Valtteri Bottas right there. So definitely pretty efficient on the overtake so far, not getting held up. We'll get Jensen Button into turn 1 here on lap 5. And Mr. Hulkenberg up the inside. There we go, another overtake. Felipe Massa in front in the Ferrari. We can definitely get him down into the chicane. Up the inside we go, late on the brakes. It's gonna be a double overtake on Nico Rosberg. That was, I wasn't expecting that. Oh my god. Just got the last 2 front runners up here, Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari. Lewis Hamilton slams into the wall. I don't know why he did that. He's probably gonna back out on the inside, and we can just take that line. So one more car to go. And we'll get Fernando around the outside here by the casino. Maybe not gonna turn to the inside, really close to the Ferrari. And we get the move done. Surprisingly, no contact with Alonso right there, but that's it. So we've officially unlapped ourselves, and we've got to do that entire thing again, past the entire field. We still got 2 pit stops, and it took us to lap 8 to completely unlap ourselves. So the 0% AI on F1 2013 are definitely a lot better. Lap 11 now, so we should be coming into the pit lane at the end of this lap in just a couple of corners. And we did have a few laps of clean air, and that definitely helps us pace-wise. We are generally a lot faster than the AI around the track. We just get kind of held up behind cars when we're in the mix of things, trying to overtake. But here we go, on to a brand new set of tires. And off we go. All right, already pretty close to Vandergaard in front. Hopefully we're close enough to go for a move into the chicane. It's going to be kind of a late lunge down the inside, and that's up into P21. So that's our first overtake for position after unlapping ourselves. We're climbing up the field. Just got to make sure we keep it efficient. We've got Jules Bianchi in the Marussia in front. This is going to break us into the top 20. Up the inside into turn 1. Huge lockup. Oh god, that was, that was so scary. Oh god, we've got Crash Door Maldonado in front of us. We're going to need to break into the top 15 here. Down the inside we go of the Williams. Not close enough to get Bottas, but safely past Mr. Maldonado. We're pretty much halfway through this race. Lap 19 of 39, and we're only in 15th. So we definitely need to get a move on. We're going to pass Bottas into the chicane here. Going to be way later on the brakes than Valtteri. Down into the chicane we go, and that puts us into P14. So still a lot of work to do if we want to win this one. We're not going to be close enough to go for a move here before we get to the hairpin, which is definitely annoying. We're going to get held up through this section. It's a little slow behind Varen here. A little bump towards the wall. He opens it up for us. Sorry about that. That was my bad. And Ricardo in front, really fast through here. Gonna go up the inside of Danny Rick right here, really close to contact. That was a nice, clean move. Kind of forcing him off the track a little bit, but we gotta try to bully our way through the field here. Massa in front here. This is gonna be a really late lunge down into the chicane up the inside. Still kind of side by side with the Ferrari here. He pulls ahead on the chicane exit. We're not gonna be close enough to go for a move up the inside into the beginning of Sector 3 here. So just gonna have to let Massa take this one for the time being. Team is calling us into pit anyway, so I guess that's fine. Well, we've definitely made pretty good progress over the last couple of laps here. Lap 23, about to be lap 24. Our final pit stop is underway. Really sick camera angle. I forgot they used to do that. And off we go on to new tires. So we're P13. We've definitely got a lot of work to do, but it can be done. Not going to be close enough for a move into the chicane. Wait a second.
Huh?
How am I lapping? How am I lapping you? Oh my god, you gotta retire, dude. And that's Vandergaard, too, in front of us. More blue flags on lap 25. That's 2 cars lapped on this single lap here. That's insane. What? How am I I started to lap down. What are you guys doing? Here we go. Move on Perez down the inside. That puts us into P11 before the hairpin here. We got a couple of cars in front here. It's Felipe Massa and Gutierrez in front. We got a lap car in the tunnel. Really kind of sketchy through here. Gonna go down the inside on the Ferrari here into the chicane. Passing Felipe Massa into the points we go. So from a lap down, we're already into the points on lap 27, really close to the rear wing of Gutierrez in front into Sector 3. I don't think we're going to be close enough. I'm just going to bide my time a little bit, braking early for these last couple of corners and make a move into this final corner on lap 27 here. Down the inside we go and up into P9. So that's 3 overtakes on this lap alone. Going to enable the DRS and fly down the straight. Looking pretty good right there. Okay, it's Grosjean in front now. Through the chicane we go, pretty close to the Lotus. What the hell? What are you doing, man? Oh, we got a couple of cars here. Lap 29, so 10 laps remaining. It's our teammate and then Nico Hulkenberg, and I think it's Nico Rosberg in front of Hulkenberg. You're going to go down the inside of our teammate. Just pick him off one by one. Nico Hulkenberg is next up, really close to him on corner exit. Into the tunnel we go. Going to use all the energy we have using the curve system to try to keep up with the German here. Down into the chicane we go, side by side with Nico Hulkenberg, and we're taking P5 now on lap 29. So 10 laps remaining and 5 places to go. We got Rosberg in front heading up the hill here. It looks absolutely so sick. The older games give you definitely a better sense of speed, especially around a track like Monaco, but really close to the Mercedes now. Gonna go for a move down the inside on Nico Rosberg by Nico Rosberg's corner. This this famous corner. We pass him up into P4. It's Kimi Räikkönen in front now. Gonna get him in the same place. We got Nico Rosberg down the hill here, up the inside of the Lotus driver, and that's into the podium positions we go on lap 31. So we've got about 8 laps to go, but I think the gap to Hamilton and Alonso is quite the distance here. So we have definitely a couple laps of clear air to try to catch up to him. Yeah, it's 10 seconds just about to Lewis Hamilton in front. I'm going to throw it up into standard fuel here, get a little higher revs, and we are definitely on the attack now. Going to really try to close this gap as fast as I can and try to get past these two with a couple laps to spare. Almost lap 35 now, just a couple of corners remaining, really close to Lewis Hamilton now. He's held up behind some slower traffic. We got the blue flags waving. Hamilton goes by the lap traffic. Will get a good run through here. Passing him on the main straight. It's Vandergaard yet again. I don't, did I just lap him twice? What is that? We should be able to get Hamilton on this lap. We're about halfway through lap 35. It took us a couple laps to get this close to him, and we still got a good amount of distance to close to Fernando Alonso ahead. But here we go into the tunnel behind Lewis Hamilton using the curve system. We got sparks flying off the back of the Mercedes. Down into the chicane we go. Up the inside of Hamilton. Huge lockup on the front left. Really ugly overtake on Lewis Hamilton, but it gets the job done, and only Fernando Alonso remains. There he is. We got Fernando in our sights finally on lap 36. We still got more lap traffic in the tunnel. Yeah, this is gonna be a little awkward trying to get past here. Of course, it's Maldonado doing what the weirdest thing possible through the chicane. What are you doing? Get out of the way, man. About to be lap 38 of 39. Really close behind Fernando now. But I definitely want to try to get him on this next lap. That would be absolutely ideal. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time here. Try to get him into the chicane. That's kind of the best low-risk spot for an overtake. I really want to make sure we keep it out of the wall. Here we go into the chicane in just a second here. We're a little far back. You got a really good exit out of that last corner. Too far back to go for a move, and bumping the back of Fernando Alonso in the Ferrari right there. That was really where I wanted to overtake, so we're going to have to wait until the final lap of the race now. Really close to Fernando now through the last couple of corners on lap 38. We should be close enough by the time we get to turn 1 to go forward overtake onto the final lap of the race now. DRS enabled behind the Ferrari. Into turn 1 we go up the inside, side by side under braking with Fernando Alonso, and we take first place on the final lap of the race. Starting from a lap down, that took so long to finally cut through the entire field and eventually get to first place. That was a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. Fernando's pretty close behind still. I keep seeing him creep into view in the mirrors, but as long as we make sure we avoid any mistakes around this lap, we should pretty much have this one sewn up. Pretty much home free now. We got clear air in front of us. Fernando Alonso behind us. Oh boy, that was a lot of work. Woo, okay, I gotta say, that was a little more challenging than I thought it would be. The 0% AI on F1 2013 are significantly faster than the 0% AI on the newer F1 games. Just in terms of raw pace and lap time, they're way, way faster. I don't think they're as sophisticated, though, in terms of, you know, overtaking or defending from overtakes into corners. But boy, that was definitely a challenge. But here we are, across the line. Sebastian Vettel wins from a lap down. 21 positions gained, 2 pit stops, and a fastest lap. That was a lot harder than I thought it would be.